Welcome back to another XpertVR Friday recap. This Friday, we're going over YouTube college courses, Meta's losses, body swaps, and making math fun. Let's jump into it. First, on YouTube college courses. If you don't know, the Green brothers, Hank and John Green, famous authors, as well as big on YouTube and a whole bunch of things that they've done, and they have now launched YouTube courses that are accredited so that you can get college course credits at Arizona State University. It's a very interesting development just in how enterprise can start working with academia to work together to making sure that our next generation is educated in the best way possible. Moving along, Meta has announced their 2022 losses, and they lost $13.7 billion on Reality Labs in 2022. And a lot of people are talking about how big these losses are and how Mark Zuckerberg's idea for the future metaverse maybe not the greatest idea. And I definitely just couldn't disagree more where the impact that we're seeing virtual reality have at the moment. But they are right that Facebook or Meta needs to find a way towards profitability. And I think they're just thinking that that is a couple of years out and they can take these losses at the moment, especially with them selling hardware at a loss. So I'm not too worried when I see these posts about the metaverse or VR being a fad. It's been around for a while. We're seeing the benefits in education, and we're going to continue seeing the benefits moving forward. Then we have this announcement from Body Swaps. If you don't know Body Swaps, they are a great soft skills learning platform where basically you have a conversation with an avatar, and then after you have the conversation, it body swaps you by putting you into the shoes of that avatar and listening to your conversation back and having it from that perspective. And going through this training allows you to prepare for all kinds of soft skills scenarios that you might be in as a manager or just as a coworker, and other scenarios as well. And they had this grant program in partnership with Meta, and they just announced that they had 106 institutions sign up for this grant program, getting some free VR headsets as well as free access to their software. So very excited to see the results of this grant program and what results come from it, and just awesome to see that schools are getting easy access to this technology and software and allowing more students to practice these hard to practice soft skills. Then lastly, on making VR or making math fun, we have this simulation from Prisms VR. So they just raised $12.5 million to continue improving these simulations, which is why we're bringing them up. But in this trailer, you're seeing that as a student, you're put into all kinds of different scenarios that need you to use mathematic knowledge to complete the scenarios and get through these challenges. And I remember back in school reading on a piece of paper, oh, if you have 5 apples and your friend has 2 apples, but somebody steals 1 apple, how many apples do you have? And you have those types of scenarios. But now seeing them much more grandiose and built out inside virtual reality, where it's so much more engaging for a student, for one of these examples, needing to rescue people from an avalanche and using their math skills to overcome the challenges to rescue those people, is just so much more engaging of a class and learning experience. So very excited to see this come to more mathematics classes in the future. And that was your XpertVR Friday recap. Again, we went through YouTube college courses, Meta financial losses, body swaps, and making math fun. Hope that I gave you some new knowledge this week. If you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments below or message me directly, and I'd be happy to chat about any questions that you have. But until next week, see ya.